Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville. I have a brief thought for you today. It comes to us from James chapter 3, verses 3 through 12, as I continue to work my way through James in my devotions. Now, earlier this year, I read through Proverbs, and when reading through Proverbs, there's a contrast between the wicked on the one hand and the righteous on the other hand. And James makes a similar contrast in his book between wickedness and righteousness. And after James' warning about the misuse of authority, of teaching, in James chapter 3, verses 1 and 2, we have three metaphors that follow for the large impact of our words. And by verse 8, James has painted a pretty bleak picture of our words and the power of our tongue. He concludes, no man or woman can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. Yikes. But then he turns a corner. And from this same tongue, James says, comes praises to our Lord and Father. And I think he has this contrast to get us to examine our words, which is something I think most of us do far too infrequently, and we do far too lightly. We don't go deep in our analysis of our words. James urges us to deeply examine ourselves, who we really are, in the words that flow from that. We do that examination in light of God. We do that examination in light of accepting who God says we are and who God made us to be. It'll be overwhelming otherwise. This is, I think, probably the reason why most of us don't do this examination, because it seems too big, it seems too scary. But when we know that we are loved by God and when we are secure in that knowledge, well, then we can look deep within us and allow God's grace and God's truth to penetrate within us. When we do that, that's living out our faith. That's putting our faith into action, as James encourages us to do again and again. And in particular, James encourages us today to put our faith into action by examining ourselves in the words that come from who we are. May God's grace and peace be with you.